everybody, Jared with J Gross Equipment, Bobcat of Aberdeen, back with another episode. Today we're going to cover Bobcat. This one happens to be an R series T76. We're going to cover track tension. So a few of those things that you're going to need for this procedure is a grease gun. This one happens to be an electric one. It does not have to be an electric grease gun. We have a ratchet, an extension, a 9/16 socket, and then we also have an impact, which is not required, and a 1/2 inch socket. We have some rags, some brake cleaner, and we have a floor jack and some jack stands. So our goal with these videos is to deliver you with accurate, trusted Bobcat service information and advice. We're going to keep doing these whether you like them or not, so we would appreciate if you do like them to give us a like and a subscribe, and we're going to keep bringing them to you. So we'll jump on into it here in a minute. All right, so I got my cart out of the way that had the tools on it. First things first is determining if you have a loose track, which this one's not hard to determine. We'll raise this machine off the ground and we'll show you the correct way to measure and check it if you are concerned. This one is obviously loose. So we have our two jack stands. These are 6-ton jack stands, and this is a 3-ton floor jack. This machine weighs more than 3 tons, but we're not going to lift the whole machine at once. So we're going to lift one end or the other, and then we're going to place these jack stands in there. Okay, so we got plenty of room on the front here. We're going to place the jack stand right in there. Okay, so now we're at the back of the machine. Same thing with the back. There is an access pan under the engine, so we want to avoid raising on that pan. We're going to raise just on the corner of that frame, right where everything comes together and it's nice and strong. Okay, so we have the machine off the ground, one side of the machine off the ground. We have it roughly 3 inches off the ground is what we want for clearance under there. It doesn't have to be exactly 3. You just want to make sure that your track is not contacting the ground. As far as safety goes, so be sure to always have that boom lock in. The boom is up on this, and we have the Bobcat boom lock in the cylinder on the right side of the machine. We have 2 6-ton jack stands. This machine doesn't weigh 6 tons on its own, so we have plenty of protection as far as jack stands. And then I also have that 3-ton floor jack just kind of sitting under there with just a tiny little bit of pressure on it for a little bit of extra security. So now to get into the nuts and bolts of it, you can see that this machine has a very loose track. One thing that I forgot to mention when we were discussing tools that we need is a 1/2 inch or a 5/8 inch spacer. This happens to be a piece of 1/2 inch key. This is really easy to get at a hardware store. A lot of people probably have stuff laying around. It could also be a 1/2 inch pin or a 5/8 pin or a bolt. Anything that's going to give you that rough 1/2 inch to 5/8 measurement to use as a guide. So as you can see, this 1/2 inch key on either one of these center rollers is where we want to check this. As I just did, I put my fingers in there. Don't do that, especially when you're tightening it. So we can see that that 1/2 inch key has a lot of space in there. Our goal is to have 1/2 inch or 5/8 between this track and this wheel. So obviously right now we probably have about 1.5 inches, which is way too much, which gives you that slack. So you can remove this cover. That's where you'll need a 1/2 inch socket. This cover does have a slot on it. We're just going to get it out of the way. It can stay on the machine if you'd like. So once that cover's off, you'll see in there is basically a grease zerk fitting. And what that fitting looks like it's a check valve. So when you grease it here, this allows to hold pressure to keep that track cylinder tight. So with a grease gun, whether it's a electric grease gun or a manual grease gun, and your measurement gauge, we're going to put that on that grease fitting and then apply grease. You'll see that track start to come up. And about this time, you're going to want to start paying attention to your measurement device. So we still have, you know, plenty of room in there. Okay, so we have plenty of grease in there. I'm not gonna pinch this in there. This is a piece of 1/2 inch key. The goal is 1/2 inch to 5/8. I would say we're about perfect right now. And you can see that track looks a lot better. We got rid of that sag up there. And at the bottom, that measurement is much better. We went from roughly 1.5 inches to 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch. So moving on, one thing that we like to do is you can take a little bit of this grease out of here and add it in these bolt threads for next time. So that way that's not corroded or dirty next time. We'll put that plate on. Okay, so the next step is going to be to get this machine back on the ground, and we'll do that quick. So we'll get that jack stand out of there. We'll safely lower it back to the ground. And that track's noticeably nicer looking, kind of where it should be. So if you have any questions about track tension, this process, if anything wasn't clear enough, be sure to comment on this or send us a message, give us a call, any of the above. We're going to keep bringing you these tips and tricks, so to speak. Hopefully they're helpful for you, and we'll see you next time. Appreciate it.